Listen, if you still want to come to America because you believe in the American dream, let me tell you something.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and please take a moment to watch the video today with me. Today we're talking about America's cost of living crisis and how so many people are breaking down under the pressure. And now let's watch the clips together, and then we will share some talks together.
All right, I gotta ask y'all something real quick. And I'm in a parking lot, okay? I'm not TikToking and driving. My sunglasses are, I can't even see out of it. Anyway, I got a question. I am in my early 30s, okay? My husband and I, we make good money. We're doing just fine. I've talked about how we live in a 1994 double wide and don't have a huge mortgage that we can't handle, all of that. My question is, there are so many women families around my age, especially like in my town. I'm sure it happens other places as well, but it's like the husband will have a decent job, right? I'm sure making fine money. The mom will either like stay at home or, have a decent job, maybe like a teacher or, a nurse, like a good job. But they're both driving brand new vehicles. I'm not talking about the base model like I got, okay? They're in like the souped up versions of the vehicles, and they have like the brand new, custom built homes with the granite and the marble and the, I don't know, whatever the nice flooring is, okay? They've got that. They've got 1 or 2 kids. They're just gallivanting all over the place, everywhere. And I'm trying to figure out, are you just living in debt, or are you, I don't know, somehow managing paycheck to paycheck, or are your parents helping you out? Like, if you're one of those people that I'm talking about, I mean, absolute no disrespect. I'm just trying to figure out how you can live that way. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. I'm almost a little jealous. I just, as a normal person who does not like to spend a lot of money, I'm genuinely like asking how y'all are making this work.
How are y'all affording stuff right now? I feel like we're not talking enough about this. Everything is so freaking expensive, and I don't know what the heck. I know I'm not the only one going through this. I mean, from groceries, clothes, everything is so expensive right now, and it's literally by the grace of God that me and my family are surviving. I can't imagine what it's like for somebody who doesn't make the type of money that I make, and I don't even make a lot of money. But like, this is really a struggle. How are we surviving?
I'm not paying federal taxes, and the reason for that is the system is completely broken and is no longer serving normal people. I just have been overwhelmed, honestly. There's so many comments at this point, specifically on TikTok, of people who are doing the same and have done the same for a long time. And I think it's amazing to see everyday people coming together and to feel like we really are going to win. We're going to win.
I truly cannot be the only person in this world that feels like I'm just existing. Y'all, I work. My husband works. And it's like, where's the extra money to go enjoy life itself? At this point, I'm only living to work. Like, there is no enjoyment except for to just work. I am ready for that point in my life where I can go to work, but then on my free time, I have all the money to go do all the things I want to do. But for now, it's just working and existing. I know I'm not the only adult that sits in their car wondering how they're making the most money they've ever made in their entire life, and it still doesn't seem to be enough. My rent is $2,000 a month, and I live in a townhouse. My car note is $535 a month, and that's on the low end compared to what I see a lot of people pay. My car insurance is $370 between 2 vehicles. And every time I fucking turn around, that shit's going up, and they can't even tell you why, other than that the rates have increased. Fucking why? My HOA just decided to charge me $100 because I left my garbage can sitting out in front of my house for a couple of days because I needed to let it dry after dumping it with bleach because there were maggots in there. You rent from these companies and they penny pinch you on every thing that they can. We are being bullied into poverty
by these corporations and billionaires. And we have somebody in office gaslighting us in our face, telling us, oh, no, you're not. I don't understand how the families that are living off $15 an hour, like, how are you doing it? How do you pay your rent? What do you do when your car breaks down? I don't know, dude. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I'm blessed compared to a lot of people, and it's still f***ing hard.
Listen, if you still want to come to America because you believe in the American dream, let me tell you something. That dream died like 30 plus years ago, and now we're living in a dream that involves paying $10 for a dozen of shitty eggs, paying $2,000 a month for an apartment in the ghetto that's about 700 square feet and it has no walls. And then if you want to go to university here, you're looking at around $100,000 for a 4-year education. That's on the low end. But in those 4 years, you might get shot because everyone seems to want to shoot each other for some ungodly reason. Then you're going to graduate thinking, oh, I graduated. I have a degree now. I'm going to get a good job. Your good job is going to pay you about $40,000 starting off, maybe. And then they're going to say you're going to work 40 hours a week. When in reality, you're going to be working about 50 plus hours a week because they're going to guilt trip you in by saying, we're a family, we're a team, we help each other. And they're not going to pay you overtime for that because why would they? If they get your help for free, why would they pay you for that? Okay? Then there's no work-life balance. That company you're working for now doesn't want to give you vacation days until like maybe your second year working there. And those vacation days are maybe 4 days out of the whole entire year. That includes holidays. All right? Then if you're sick, too bad you still have to come to work. Okay? Then if you want to buy groceries, your groceries are going to be your whole entire paycheck because no one can afford to eat here anymore. I go to the grocery store for 4 things. It's like $50.
I've noticed people don't like to talk about money nowadays, or even back in the day, it's a very taboo topic to talk about. But I think we need to start normalizing talking about it, and especially now with everything being so expensive. I'm going to break down the bills that I have. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my adult life right now. And this is the first time that I've had to budget. And you can say you're spoiled, whatever. I've just done well, and my husband does well. We don't live in a grandiose house. We live in a nice house, yes. We live in a very nice city, yes. But let's break down some of the bills. And let's just be completely transparent. So, first bill is the mortgage. My mortgage is almost $3,300 a month. The second bill, my biggest bill, is my daughter's school. That's almost $24,000 a year. The third biggest bill would be my utility bill. Apparently, we had a toilet running, and so last month, our water bill, I think I made a video about it, was $514. So I had to pay that. They wouldn't do anything about it. They said the water had to go somewhere. We had somebody to come out and check for any type of leak. There was no leak. We were forced to pay that on top of the regular water bill, which is usually $90 a month. Then you have your electricity bill, and that's usually around $130 a month. Then you have car payments. My husband's car is paid off, and my car now, my new one that I got, is about $300 a month, which is not a lot, I know. But then you have insurance. Our insurance is about $300 every single month. And what else? Extracurricular activities for my daughter, a couple $100s a month. Our grocery bill, we don't do like large hauls. We go like every couple days and get stuff, and I never had to budget it. We would just always go and buy it. And I broke it down this month, and we spend about $800 a month on groceries because we don't eat out and we make everything at home. And then we obviously have my housekeeper every week. That's $150 a month. So that's what, $600 a month. And then my dog gets groomed every 6 weeks. That's another $100. And that's not even including any of the extra things like shopping, whatever. And I don't even buy clothes full price. I thrift most things. And I don't get my nails done. I don't get my hair done. I don't do spray tan. I don't do lashes. Yes, I do Botox. That's it. I don't buy makeup. All my makeup is sent to me for free. Yes. And I don't know how families are dealing with the cost of living. It is scary. And like I said, my husband and I do well. I'm not going to go into exactly how much we make because I think that's a little bit too much. But those are our bills. And this is the first month that, we are going to be like paycheck to paycheck. And I've never been like that my entire life. And I'm worried. I'm legitimately worried. Usually everything just gets automatically taken out of our account on automatic payment. This time, I'm like looking at my account and it's going to be close by the end of the month. And then credit cards, I put everything on credit cards, but I always pay them off in full at the end of the month. I will not pay a dime of interest. But this month, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Depends on how big my commission check's going to be. And I never had to live like this before. I don't get it. My husband and I are both making more money than we've ever made. Why? I don't know how. It freaks me out to think about how other families live. Like, should I just move? Should we move to like West Virginia and just get like a nice big house and all our expenses would be like lowered? Oh, property tax, $12,000 a year. You guys, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And I'm nervous this month.
I don't know if this is inflation or tariffs or a combination of the two, but about 3 or 4 months ago, I got quoted about, let's just call it $500 for a set of front tires for my car. At the time, I didn't need the tires. Like, I had a little bit of tread left. I'm like, let me just run out what I've got and then I'll replace the tires. So knowing that it was going to be about $500 to replace them. How about today? I go and I'm like, okay, it's time to get the tires. I show up. I'm expecting, $500, maybe a little bit more based on everything that's going on. How about the new quote? Today's price was $980 for 2 tires. And no, these aren't the cheapest tires on the planet, even in not this economic whatever is going on. But I will say that the last time that I bought these tires, I got both tires for $300. Folks, this is not sustainable. Like, the price of stuff in America, how long does this go on before the bubble just pops? Like, I'm okay financially, and this is like straining me. What are people doing that are struggling already, and they need to put tires on their car, something just that normal, and it's double or triple the price? I mean, never mind that the cost of living when it comes to like rent and mortgages and groceries is high, but man, my mind is blown. My mind is blown. I've seen a lot of things that have surprised me when it comes to the cost of stuff, but this tire situation, wow.
Right, that is the end of our video today, everyone. Now I'd like to share some personal talks about this matters. The truth is, time is running short and every day is getting hotter. That is why now is the moment to take control of your finances, pay off your debts while you still can, drop expensive car loans, clear those credit cards, and cut back on the spending wherever possible. And most importantly, don't take on new debt if you can't buy it with cash today. You just leave it alone for me. Don't take it, pay it with credit cards. Like, you need to learn to live simpler. One of the most powerful tools we still have is the same as it's always been: spend less and find ways to earn more. Even a small steps matter, because every little change will help you a lot in the future. and you need to take a hard look at your expenses. You need to understand that I'm doing this myself because no matter how frugal you try to be, it's easy to get comfortable and let a few extra payments slip in. But there's always something you can cut, always a way to tighten up your budget. Times are tough, and they're only going to get tougher and tougher before they get better. So buckle down, cut the waste, look for ways to grow your income, and prepare yourself for what's coming. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How are you handling the cost of living right now? Do you have tips or any strategies that could help others in this community who are struggling with their finances? And that is the end of our video today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave your some comments on the comment section below. And that is for our video today. See you in the next one.